guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be discussing my healthy hair journey. Ooh, someone say yeah, yeah. So it's a bit of a story, should I say. I'll tell you where I started to where I am now and how we got here. Growing up, my mum used to do my hair in South Africa. She used to plait it. I had very long hair. My hair was like close to my bottom. And she used to put little ribbons in it. And I had the cutest hairstyles growing up. And then when my mum moved here for 3 months, our helper was doing my hair. That's the first time I ever got my hair cane rolled. And my hair grew some more then. When we moved to London, the dynamics of my household changed in that my mum was working so much more, so she wouldn't be able to do my hair anymore. And she says, you're gonna have to learn. And obviously living in London, primary school was still okay, I think, in terms of the upkeep of my hair. I was just kind of gauging what everybody else was doing, and I think I used to wet my hair a lot in year 6. So I came here in year 6, and then year 7 is where it started. Like it is so bad. I went to Welcome So School for Girls. I won the best hairstyles at the end of my school time period, I would say, in year 11. But the damage I did to my hair in that time frame from year 7 to 11, oh my gosh. I was obsessed with slicking my hair, as most young girls are. I still slick my hair to this day, except I use better products to do it. Yeah, I used to grab like my hair like this much hair, and to make the perfect like slick, I would cut all of this off. Like I would literally chop it off just to be able to do the perfect S or the perfect curl. It was bad. Aside from that, I was blow drying my hair, so half of my hair would be like curls, and then I'd have a ponytail that's been back combed and like brushed out and blow dried so that it would be this big puff ball. I literally put my hair through it from year 7 to 11. Even though I won best hairstyles, I was doing my hair during lessons. So imagine going to school with one hairstyle, changing it twice throughout the day before 3:30. I was adding loads of gel, loads of conditioner. I swear, the texture of my hair before and after, I mean, it was a mess. It was bad. By the time I got to year 11, I was experimenting with like gluing weave into my hair, because obviously I couldn't afford Hazel. I couldn't afford getting my full head of weave done, so I would buy like a pack of 1B hair and like glue it in, just so that if I straightened my hair, more heat, I'd have some oomph, you know. And oh gosh, glue directly onto your scalp, and I wouldn't get the remover. The remover is literally like £1.99, if that, and I would pull it out of my hair. So I was pulling out my roots.
Why, God, why?
Long story short, fast forward to college, where I can now afford to get weave done. And the first hairstyle, was it the first hairstyle? Yeah, the first hairstyle that I ever got, I remember my best friend got it, and she said that she traveled all the way to South London. So I lived in East London, and she traveled all the way to South London. You had to be in line, so the shop only opens at 11, but you had to be in line outside of this shop because it was so popular, and it's like first come first serve basis. You had to be there at 7 AM in the morning. So I made this trip at like 17, and South London at the time was so like known for being scary, like do not go there, just so that I could get my hair done. But it was like one person braids your hair, like cane rolls your hair, and another person sews it in, and another person styles it. But usually the person that would cane roll your hair are like trainees. And I remember, like, obviously I've got really thin edges, but every person that would braid my hair, that obviously I'd be so happy with the outcome, but every person that would braid my hair, my mom would say to me, remember to tell them to be careful with your edges, and I'd be like, yeah, okay. But imagine if you're already like cane rowing your hair, which is putting strain on it, and then you're sewing hair into that, which is pulling it more. So that broke my edges some more. It just sounds so bad. But I loved how I looked with the weave, and the first hairstyle that I got was the Rihanna pixie hairstyle, and I was like, oh, it really suits me. Like, my hair's, why don't I just like chop it all off? Like, I loved my length was like way down my back, but my hair was so damaged at this point. My mom was like, you can do whatever you want to your hair, just please don't dye it. I've never dyed my hair despite damaging it so much. So I just thought, yeah, okay, I'm gonna cut it all off. And I pretty much, I chopped it all off. It was an eye-opener, because what you have in your head, obviously weave is different to your own natural hair. My hair is way thinner than packs and packs of weave, even if it's a short hairstyle. And I loved it for like maybe a week, and then you get bored. Short hair is so hard to maintain, and obviously I've got really curly hair, so having to maintain that pixie hairstyle, you're constantly straightening, and you can't expect your hair to grow out of that style and be healthy if you're constantly straightening it. So I kept cutting it, kept getting shape ups and stuff at the barbers, and then I just decided, you know what, I want to grow my hair out. But because obviously your hair is like longer in the front and this side, and it's short all the way around to the back, like literally when it grows out, it's like growing out all jaggedy, and oh, it was horrible. Especially when you're in college, you want to look cute and pretty all the time, and now my hair's growing out into this odd bob stage. I would add like hair pieces and stick glue in the weave again. Hot mess. Fast forward many years, I'm sure as many of you still see to this day that I got obsessed with this slicked bun hairstyle. It is so easy, so straightforward. My hair slicks with pretty much anything by the time I was obviously using gel. I became obsessed with this hairstyle because it's so quick and easy to do, and it's just like your hair's out your face. I don't like my hair necessarily, especially in summer, like I don't like anything touching my neck, so feeling that curly little prickly hairs on my neck, to this day I'm like that, except I've grown to love my curls. It's just that feeling has never left me. Just I didn't need to think about it. I'd wake up, it's still the same. Like, it was pretty much straightforward when it came to that hairstyle. And like I said, to this day, it's been loyal to the cause. Like, I love it. And I did that hairstyle with gel for years and years. It wasn't until about 3 years ago that I was sitting in my garden, sun tanning and stuff, and I was like, oh, I just want to treat my hair. I want to see how it looks, like how my curls look. I haven't had my hair out in literally years, and it never crossed my mind to have my hair out and curly or anything. It's just when I did, I didn't like how it looked, so I just avoided it completely. And I must have been in my garden sun tanning and stuff, and I just put like, I can't remember what I put in it, oil or something, but in my head I know my hair texture is curly, but when I like caught a glimpse of my reflection, I was like, my hair looks so bad. Like, it looks, I couldn't put it in a ponytail, like I couldn't, there was length there, but it just looked so damaged. There was no curl pattern, like there was some straight bits, some like raggedy looking, and like I'd literally soaked my hair in like oil, and it just looked at that point, so about 3 years ago, I was like, you know what, I need to do something. Like, in my head I've always said I want to have my hair up when I get married, and I was very conscious of my edges, so I was like, I need to do something to at least help my edges. and then like slowly obviously work on the texture, because I was like, am I gonna have to chop off my hair again to, because the texture, when I say the texture was bad, it was horrific. I'll obviously while I'm talking I will be showing you examples of what I mean. Yeah, then 2.5 years ago I got out of a relationship, and sometimes when you're stressed, even if you think you're not, your body reacts to it, and it showed in my weight. Like I lost a drastic amount of weight, and my hair, oh my gosh, if ever there was a time where I was like, I need to look after my hair, I need to fix this, it was then, because I literally had bald patches. Like that was a wake-up call. Not that my hair was damaged, but that I needed to do everything I could to get my hair to good health. First of all, you need to work on not being stressed because that is obviously what caused the bald patches. Second of all, we are going to try any and everything if it means our hair's going to grow, our hair's going to be healthy. And I was determined, I was adamant. I was like, I don't want to cut my hair. I do not want to cut my hair. I will do anything. Trim it, yes, but not cut it. My main concern at the time was the bald patches. They were about, I swear, I think the biggest one I had was about here, and it was like the size of a, just like maybe a £2 coin. It was very smooth, like it appeared out of nowhere. I was just like gobsmacked, and just as soon as I remember crying, calling my mom, I'm bored. And then it wasn't even like I'd just gotten used to the idea of having one, another one appeared like here, and I was like, what the hell is going on? So immediately I started looking online, and I started seeing testimonials of people like praising this brand. I think they were called Miracle Drops, and how they like, you have to like drop it into your hair like a few drops a day and like rub it into your head. I personally don't think it worked for me, because perhaps I wasn't, at the time I wasn't, it was like panic mode. I wasn't using it religiously. I wasn't doing it every day, and I can say it didn't work for me, but I've seen that it works for other people, so don't quote me on it. Then, oh gosh, I will never forget this because it's traumatized me. I started using Biotin. I know a lot of like YouTubers and hairstylists and stuff from America all rant and rave, like people of color, that have ranted and raved about the use of Biotin. I was like, right, we are doing this, I am ready. So I went on Amazon and I bought the American Biotin, like this American brand of Biotin that was 10,000, I think it's UG or MSG, I can't remember, but the highest one that they sold at the time in like one of our health shops was like 1,000. But I was so gassed, I was so excited, because I was like, oh, it's got coconut oil in it, like Biotin and coconut oil is meant to be really good for your hair. And I was like, I'm killing two birds with one stone here. My skin is gonna be great, my hair's gonna be great, nails are gonna grow, I won't need acrylics. Boy, was I wrong, and I'm so sorry to anybody that I recommended it to. Biotin in the right amount, the right prescription amount is probably good for you, but my experience, oh boy. If you are taking Biotin, it's like a known fact for you to be drinking a hell of a lot of water while you're taking it. At the time I was like religiously drinking 4.4 liters of water, and I was telling people like, it's great, like my skin's looking great. I thought it was the Biotin, it was obviously the water. Water's great for you. Now I can just about drink 3 liters of water a day, because it became a nuisance having to run up and down to the toilet. So 3 liters of water a day now is great for me. But at the time I was at home, I had a lot of spare time on my hands, I could afford to drink 4.4 liters of water a day. But What they don't say is, because I was training so hard, I obviously needed to be drinking a lot of water, because you're losing a lot of water while you're training. But then on top of that, you're having this biotin that's extremely strong, 100 times stronger than what they sell in England. I mean, they allow a lot more stuff in the US, I have to say. There's some things that give you like they say it in the adverts, like at the bottom in the small writing, it'll be like, please do cancer. I'm like, your adverts are crazy. So I was taking this really strong biotin, thinking, ooh, my hair's gonna grow fast, or I'm gonna look great, my hair's gonna be in a ponytail before I know it. Long story short, like I said, I was training extremely hard, having this 4.4 liters of water a day, which already, like, I'm losing a lot of water while I'm training. But even 4.44, that amount of biotin, I don't even know how to say it. That amount of biotin, you're literally taking 2 tablets. I think it's 2 tablets a day, but for that amount, with what's in it, I would have needed to have been drinking at least 6 liters of water a day. So even though I was drinking 4.4, which is a lot of water a day, when I stopped taking the biotin, because what happened was I didn't grow hair on top of my head, it did nothing for my head. I was growing like a werewolf everywhere else. I swear, I'm not a hairy person, you can see, look. Ooh, ooh. I literally shave my legs like once a month because the hair doesn't grow. Like, I think my dad shaved his legs once for bodybuilding and they've never grown back since. So I'm blessed in that region. But where I wanted the hair to grow, it did not grow. Everywhere else was like, even my mustache was growing. I was like, I've never had hair on the top of my lip. Now there's hair on the top of my lip. I remember shaving my underarms the one day, and the next day my brother was like, Kissa, put your arms down. When I was in the gym, and I was like, why? I just shaved, and I like, there was hair. There's probably hair there. I don't know, it's little pricks. Your arms down, and I was like, why? I just shaved, and I checked. I swear it grew overnight, and I was like, why is it not working on my head? So I stopped taking it because I was literally growing my vagina, my underarms, my legs. I don't need a hairy body. I just need my hair to grow. At this point, I'm so frustrated because I'm trying literally everything, and I thought biotin would be the one thing that works. But once I stopped taking it, apparently it takes 6 months to get out your system. And man, was that the worst 6 months. I was attending so many beauty events, like back to back, like today, tomorrow. And what did the biotin do to my skin? I broke out with cystic acne all here, on my neck, on my cheek, mainly my cheeks. My forehead, funny enough, wasn't affected. It was so bad. It was like the spots that are underneath your skin, so it's like painful too. And I was like, I was so conscious that people were looking at it, because I'm attending these events and obviously everybody's really like proud of their skin, and I just wanted to hide. Like, as much as I wanted to be at these events, I was just thinking, my skin looks and feels so bad. Like, I can't believe I'm still putting makeup on top of it just to hide it. Oh, it was bad. So if you are gonna take biotin, please just check with your doctor if it is safe, because I made the mistake of going online and getting the strongest form of biotin I've ever seen, and it didn't do what it said it would do on the box, basically. Then I said maybe I should start going to hairdressers and like just getting it treated, get it cut, get it treated, get it blow dried. But for the rest of the time, I will stop like adding so much. Like, instead, I used to love having my hair like really tight if it was like in a ponytail, or that also broke my hair. So I said like I'll have like loose ponytails instead of a really tight ponytail. And initially I was going to a hairdresser quite often, like maybe twice a month, and her treatments were really good. But then I was like, you know what, I could do this myself. Like, I I could go on YouTube, find my own treatments, make them myself, and that's what I started to do. I would make like clay masks, and I would sit there for like 20 minutes before washing it out. Then I started doing more research and found out the benefits of bending over the bath, which makes the blood rush to your head, and washing your hair. And then I found out about doing that and adding warm oil. So obviously when the blood rushes to your hair, that stimulates growth. Literally soak your hair in oil, sit with it in a shower cap for about 20 minutes, for about 20 minutes to 2 hours. Do it on a day where you're not doing anything, or you're cleaning or something, so you don't even have to think about it. I wasn't really focusing on the length, I just wanted to get my texture back, so I was focusing on the shine and the texture, and I thought that the oil would help with that, and it really did. My curl pattern started to come back with that. And then I found out about rice water. I won't go too much into that because I can make another video and show you guys how that works, but that really, rice water came through. My edges are still quite thin, but they are much better than they were before. And I would say that my hair has grown like rapidly in the space of less than a year, when I started like actually every week focusing on just my hair. Just one day a week focusing on just my hair. I would say the one thing that jumps out at me in terms of my hair care in this whole time is the fact that I've been cutting my hair curl by curl. I've been doing it. Where I literally just grab each curl, whether it's wet or dry, and cut off like maybe a centimeter once every 6 to 8 weeks, and I really found that it made such a difference in growth, in the texture. Oil, cutting it curl by curl, rice water, love. If everything around you is good, then it shows in your mind, your body, and your hair, girl, because, oh, and my nails. My nails naturally grown. I mean, I don't let them get past this because I work out and I'm very rough with my hands, but in looking after my hair, I was able to look after my nails, and here we are. Sorry this video was quite long-winded, but I hope you learned something. It did take me a very long time to get to this point, but I'm happy. My hair is, it's still growing. I'm still learning other methods to look after it, and if you have any suggestions, let me know. But I think I'm on the right track, and I hope that through this you guys can, I don't know, learn something. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.